Hello everybody, my name is Lucia McCaughey and I am a tutor with Dublin and Dunleary Education Training Service, and today I'm going to give a demonstration in watercolour, and in particular watercolour flowers. I'm choosing pansies today just because they have a particular shape which makes it easier for the composition and the structure. So we're going to start with the drawing. So this is our finished picture here, and the drawing, it's quite light there, the pencil drawing, so what I might do is actually draw it out for you step by step, and I will use a graphite pencil so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So the actual center of the pansy is almost like a face, okay? Has two little like pip shapes, and then the center, and then almost like a smile. So you'd be leaning a lot heavier on your pencil, or sorry, leaning a lot lighter on your pencil than I am now. So here is our first petal, comes up and around. It's almost like a love heart shape. And the second one comes in front of that there and around, and it's quite a delicate flower, so that means that calls for quite a delicate line. That's our first one, and then we have the stem, and the leaf here comes in front of the stem. So I've just positioned 3 on the page, and this composition would be nice even for a greeting card, birthday card, thank you card, simply to say hello during these times. Because it's almost like a star shape. So center again. The first demo I did was in painting leaves, wasn't it? So you can find that on the website. Now for the line drawing of this, I will put it up as a line drawing, and you can copy it even if you wanted to print it out. You can draw in the outline there of the dark purple lines. Do you see them here? Or if you want to leave them, if you don't want to put them in, that's okay. I think it's really good to actually do studies of flowers, individual flowers, just one flower on its own even. When you're beginning, when you're starting off, even a leaf, do a study of a leaf. I have one here, I just wanted to show you guys. So this is my colour palette that I used for these leaves, and this here is like a sycamore leaf, so the base colour of that is actually yellow, like that first, and then you bleed in the other colours and the veins and the stem. And this one here I actually used masking fluid on, but I will show you how to use masking fluid in another lesson. So once you have the outline done like so, so that's it done in a HB pencil there, which is, it's much better. I wouldn't use a thick 4B pencil, HB is fine, so that's it drawn out there. Now when it comes to the colour mixing, I have my colours all here. I have lemon yellow, cadmium yellow, red, orange, which I mixed yellow plus red. So if you start off with yellow and add a dot of red, it gives you orange. I also have sap green, which you can see here in the tube. You might have pans or tubes, you know, I'm not sure what ones you guys have, but they work the same. Ultramarine blue, alizarin crimson, that's a really important colour when you're mixing purple. So as you can see here, I was just experimenting with the colours and swatches, and I would figure out first what all the colours that I need for the painting. So for the light green, I chose green, and I added some yellow to it, like that, to get my light green. So that's my light green. My dark green is where I have green mixed with a dot of blue. Because you'll see both those tones in the leaf and the stem to create the shadow for the darker tones. And the purple, very important, there's different shades of purple there. There's a pinky purple, there's a more violet, bluey purple. So for the pinky purple, the actual name pinky purple gives it away. So start off with your pink first, then add a bit of blue into it, and you'll get your pinky purple. It's like I suppose a wine colour, isn't it? Then if you want your dark purple, it's more blue. It's going to be combinations of those mixes. There's a lovely blue here, a blue that's kind of bleeding in to the purple. So I suppose that's more of a violet, isn't it? Okay, so let's get painting. When I'm painting, I like to have a few glasses of water on the go, maybe 2 or 3, so that I don't have to keep going back to the sink to get water. I can just get stuck in, and I might keep this as my dark, for my dark colours, and this one for my paler colours, so the yellows. So I'm going to start, because I have all those colours mixed up, I'm actually going to start in the centre of the flower. And I am going to put in my orange first. So yellow and red makes orange, so pop that in there. Here. And you can bleed in, look, a little bit darker here and there into that. If you find that that's too dark, just take some out with a dry brush. Okay. I may actually just make that a little bit more of an orangey, yellowy orange. Then we have our green center. And then the center point, it's a dark green, so we have our dark green mixed up, so just pop it in. Now I'm going to go straight into the flower, because the stem is going to be easy enough. So I would put down pale pink first even. and just bring it in 3/4 of the way, because your dark purple is going to hide it anyway. But the reason I'm putting this down as a base is because I want the mid-tone of purple to kind of to sort of mix in a bit, bleed into that colour slightly. I don't want it to look quite rigid like an abstract painting. This is not an abstract, this is more like experimenting with washes and colour. You totally lose colour control here. Now I'm just going to put another little bit of that colour in here where I see it, because it's just nice to have that colour as well as the purple. If you find that you the paint is bleeding everywhere, you probably have too much paint on your brush, so you can always pat it off here in the tissue. Always have a tissue beside you. I am using a number 5 brush. With a point on it. And sure, I might as well just pop some in here. But you can really experiment in different colorways, different color palettes for the pansies. You know, the way you'd see pink pansies, yellow, orange. So you could take the same design and do it in a number of colorways. Okay, next I'm going to put in the mid-tone. So our mid-tone would be pink and the dark purple mixed together. So look at the way it sort of bleeds in there. So I like that. So I want it to bleed in there. If you want, you can start defining that shape with the tip of your brush. And sometimes it's nice to leave little bits of white. See there, the way I've left little bits of white on it, I kind of like that. Now I'm going to go for the dark purple. I'm just going to put it into this one first, because I would like some of that to bleed into this pink. Now the pink has actually started to dry, so if that happens, what you can do, clean your brush, just get a wet brush now and soften the edges there. See that? So it's almost like becoming like a blotting paper. It's the same here. So you're almost refreshing the colour with water on the edges. So same again, clean your brush, a bit of water on it, soften the edges. And this one has a lot more blue in it, so I'm going to mix up a nice blue violet. Just pop it in. I mean, it's very experimental, but it's good for a beginner. Good exercise for a beginner to do. I mean, the drawing is really half the battle, isn't it? Once you've nailed the drawing, you're away, really. It's just then filling in observing, filling in the colours where they are, mixing them, matching them, popping them in. Now, I would let them dry, and while you're waiting for that to dry, start working on your stems. So go in with a mid-tone of green, which is your soft green. And as it comes towards the end, you can make it thinner, so a little bit wider, and then thinner. Now, if you want to create shadow on that stem, I'd go in with a little bit of, we'll make the shadow on this side. Go in with a little bit of your dark green and apply the dark green while the light green is drying. I'd say it's about half dry. It's all about timing with watercolour. See, that gives a nice effect, and it's not a hard line. See the way it's, because the base is damp, the darker tone is knitting better. Our leaves, some of them are darker in areas, so let's pop in a bit more blue into that green there. This one here is lighter, so, and I like the little bits of white here. I have, this one is actually on the side, so I'm actually going to change it so that I'm looking at it full on, and I'm going to put my vein is going to be white, so I'm going to leave that space there. You can bleed in a bit of dark while it's drying. Same here, light first. Here. Now, sorry, I'm going to go back in with the dark. Okay, now the dark purple, let's do that. So blue and pink. And put less water in this. So you see that there, the way that's deeper and more intense colour? It's because there's very little water. There still is water, but, and look at the brush stroke, it's a flick of the brush. There's lovely flowers out at the moment, the primroses and magnolia. It'd be nice to do a study of the magnolia flower actually. Watch the direction it's going in. It's going to the right. Same here. See, I like the way that bleeds into that. In this one I don't have as many, but I'm gonna just pop them in for a bit of directional strokes. Okay. I think that's really it. If you want, you can put sort of a very light wash here in the background. If you wish, you could use a wider brush, a flatter one, and take a little bit of that pink with loads of water on it, obviously. Now don't bring it right up to the edge of the flower, because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now. So you're just wetting the page with a little bit of pink on your brush. And don't bring it everywhere, just have it around the tip, the top and the sides, to create a bit of an atmosphere. And then with your number 5 point, you can take some pure pink and you can just bleed it in here and there into some of the lines, into the outline. And if you don't like it, you can dampen the brush, soften it. See, that's really nice. Where are we over here? Can't even see. Dampen the brush, soften it in. And don't forget to sign your name. You can use initials or your first name, whichever you wish. And I think that is a lovely design for a card. You could do a miniature version of that, or if you wanted, you could frame that as an A4 picture. So guys, I want you to get working and drawing and practice with even one flower, no matter how small it is, even if it's a primrose, a wallflower. Look at that primrose, there's just 3 colours, yellow, orange and green. So that would be a nice one to do. And in the meantime, please remember to stay safe by washing your hands and social distancing and observing the government COVID-19 guidelines. I hope you're all safe and well, guys. And we will have more lessons in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.